Sometimes I'll joke that I used to have a love affair with entrepreneurship, but that now it was more like a marriage with fights and compromise and everything that goes along with that. Been in business about a year and a couple months. Um, on the outside, it's a success story because we expanded to a larger location after the first year. Um, the mattress and furniture industry as a whole is way more suspenseful and way more intrigue than you'd expect with those kind of products. But the promise is high markup, even though the reality when you get into it is the industry itself is a race to the bottom. But yeah, it's been a journey, and I feel like I haven't taken advantage of the wonderful opportunity of becoming an entrepreneur to document it, to give an honest account of it. So that way, people who sit there fantasizing about how wonderful it would be to be their own boss get a taste and understand that it's the hardest you will work in your life. And that's not a bad thing. I don't mind hard work. I mean, the physicality, and I'm not just talking about the physicality of it. I'm speaking directly to, the physicality is a thing.
Not that much more, I think.
I was very naive, thinking, oh, this is not any harder than when I, worked at the lumberyard when I was 19. Except that back then I was 19. But no, just mentally and physically, it will exhaust you. And, there's all kinds of wonderful bits out there about pacing yourself to kind of counteract that. But I am the worst boss I ever had. I'm way too hard on myself. But yeah, so I think I'm going to start this YouTube channel. Maybe to kind of give some insight into what it looks like to be an entrepreneur, particularly if the success story isn't as well written as it looks like on the outside. We opened a year ago. My business partner had been doing this business model about 100 miles away in Richmond, Virginia, United States, and he wanted to expand into this market, Virginia Beach, which is Virginia Beach, Virginia, right on the coast, east coast of the United States. And he needed to know where to put the store. I had lived not far from here a few years back, so he approached me asking, and the timing was just right that we were, the conversation just kind of naturally went to, hey, I want to do this. He knew I was entrepreneurial minded. He knew I had drive, and I had 10 plus years direct sales experience, retail sales experience. So he knew I was a good fit anyway. And we'd been friends for years on and off, just, randomly, hey man, let's go hang out or something. But, so it was, the timing was right. And, left my previous job and, made the leap. And, we took our first storefront because they offered us a 1-year lease versus most everyone else out there who was saying they wanted 5-10 year leases. And the price was right, it essentially was $1 a square foot per month. So it was, the price was right, the time was right. Oh, that unit was trash. It had all kinds of construction crap in it, and we had to actually move it to the next unit over. And even then, there was this one wall that bugged the crap out of me. I hated that wall. So I was like, and it looked like somebody had taken plywood and just tacked it to the drywall. So I was like, you know what, that thing's coming down. I can't stand it. They had speckle painted, splatter painted on it, and I was like, I can't stand it. It's got to come down. So I started taking it down, and I noticed it chunked out. It came out in chunks, which plywood doesn't do. And I noticed behind the chunks was this one continuous sheet of lead, and written in pencil on the drywall behind it was X-ray room. So we're sitting there with this metric ton of lead in the middle of the floor. Oh God, we had an alarm system that went off and nobody could tell us how to shut it off because it was sold by a franchisee of the security company that was no longer in business, so nobody could tell us the code to shut it off.
We just turned on the power to the unit. I think that's the security system, but I don't know how to shut it off.
Oh man, it's those little stories that are the gems, the jewels of getting your hands dirty. Definitely. The running joke is anytime when we moved to this unit, the running joke was I got to go find the lead wall now. We need another. But stick with me. I'm gonna be throwing this up on a channel, and gonna document the day-to-day, the ups and the downs. This isn't gonna be one of those motivational sales things like hustle, get your drive. This isn't gonna be a Gary V love story. This is I want to document it. I want to keep it real. Stay tuned.